Soapbox? What a stupid name. Who'd call something that? Only a fucking moron. Hey guys, it's 2-Bit here, and welcome to the Soapbox. And before I get into today's episode, I don't know if you guys noticed, last week we didn't have an episode, and two reasons. First reason is that I've been involved in a project right now, and I'm just trying to get that finished, and I didn't have enough time to create a Soapbox episode. And the second reason is I'm kind of wanting to evolve the Soapbox more into like a live podcast every other Saturday, where I'll have Play Satan and Woody join me, and we're still going to take in questions, but I'm kind of more leaning towards that. I would love for this to evolve into more of like a podcast and kind of a open forum with people who watch and kind of interacting and talking with people about video games. Anyway, so with all that out of the way, let's move on to the episode. Okay, today's question comes from, oh boy, I forgive me if I butcher your name, man. I am terrible at pronouncing things, but is it Oihi? Oihi? Oaihy. I'm sorry. I'm really terrible at pronouncing names. Anyway, his question is, you're stuck on an island. Things aren't that bad, though. The island has power and everlasting supply of Twinkies that for whatever reason are infused with lots of vitamins to keep you healthy, and 5 games for any system. Strangely enough, if the games are online games, there are tons of players and blazing fast internet, but both of these things are only true when playing games. If you pick a browser, the internet will no longer work. Oh man, is this a tough question. What I would say, I would change this question a little bit. Instead of Twinkies, could I just have like potato chips? Because those would be awesome. I narrowed it down to 5 games, and the first would be WWE 2K14. And the reason why is I'm a huge mark for 80s and 90s wrestling. That was when I was a kid. I grew up in the late 80s and the entirety of the 90s. And I love wrestling from that era, and WWE 2K14 provides most of those characters. And since I would have internet, I'd be able to download the community creations of all the other wrestlers that were not in the game. So for me, it's still to me the ultimate wrestling experience. I can get on there and play from, Ric Flair and Hogan in the 80s all the way through the Attitude Era with Shawn and Bret, and even the Stone Cold and The Rock feuds and all that. I can replay all of my favorite matches that I had watched. The second game would be Geopolitical Simulator 3, and the reason for that is I am a huge student of geopolitical science. I love that stuff. I love the economics, the political side. I just love everything about it. And Geopolitical Simulator 3, Masters of the World, provides me that experience. It's a really awesome game. You pick any country of today in the world, and you have to run it. You are the head of state, and you have to deal with all the things that go into running a country. Really awesome game. And then moving on, this was a really tough one. It was really between 1 and 2. I decided to go with 1 because it has just so much more meaning for me, but Streets of Rage for Sega Genesis. And I don't know if I've mentioned this while my first review was Streets of Rage, so I guess you kind of see what that game means to me. That's just a brilliant game, awesome game. I can replay it over and over again and never get bored. Even though I know where everything's at, and I've beaten the game a million times over, each and every time it's a great experience for me. The fourth game would be Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Now, I'm pretty sure people are probably surprised I would say that, but Black Ops 1 has a wonderful story. I mean, it's not the greatest story ever told, but Treyarch did a really good job with the narrative and the story and the characters and everything. It's a solid story. I highly recommend, if you haven't played it, to play it. And that is also strange. I play a Call of Duty game for single player, not multiplayer. Though I will say the zombie mode in Black Ops 1 was amazing. And since I could get online, I could play with my friends and play all those classic zombie maps with them and have a blast. And then the final one, this was really hard. I was really debating on this, but I decided to go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, is it the best turtle game ever made? No. Turtles in Time, of course, was a much more superior game than that, but I guess it's that nostalgia kicking in again. But I would rent this. Me and my brother would rent that game and just play the crap out of it. I don't think we ever beat it. I beat it later on when I was an adult, but never beat it as a kid. But it's a game that I can continually go back to and play over and over again, and it's the Turtles, so I mean, why not? And those would be the 5 games I would have with me and play when I wasn't busy trying to build a raft to escape this island or find some way to communicate with the outside world to come save me. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what would be the 5 games you would have with you if you were stranded on an island. And please, as always, send me some questions in the comment boxes below for the soapbox. And thanks for watching and supporting my channel, and have a great day.